Hey guys! Oh man! Am I excited to say these words again. Welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcrafty with your goatee. I'm Becky. Finally. Oh my god, man. I tell you guys, I don't want to whine too much, but food poisoning? Holy moly. I think it was the first time I really caught a food poisoning. I'm gonna quickly tell you the story. We got so many things to do though, so I wanna keep it short and to the point. Easter time came around. Kindergarten is closed. Karen says, let's drive, and do a little vacation for a day or two with the little one. Maybe go to a little, farm. Kid vacation on the farm. Sounds like a great plan. I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to be away for 2 days. No problem. Then can get back to making videos. We'll be all chill. We drive there, stop by at a restaurant on the way. I eat fish. And the hell trip began from there. The moment we arrived at the farm, I already said, hey, Karen, I need to quickly go to the toilet real quick. Be right back. And it started there and never stopped for the next 4 days or 5 days where it was, doing things you do when you have food poisoning. And I was laying in my bed at the farm dying, and then I came home and felt miserable for another few days, tried to recover. Then there was the charity event, which was a huge success, unbelievably great experience to be part of that. Like over $800,000 got collected, and by donations from you guys, from the community. Absolutely insane. We're still recovering from the shock. Bunch of hermits traveled to Michigan, and all kinds of crazy stuff happened. I'm pretty sure you're all aware of that. And so I somehow mustered some strength to at least be somewhat part of the charity event. And that totally destroyed me then, because I was definitely not fit yet, and I should have taken a break, but I just wanted to participate. And so I needed another week or something to kind of regroup, finally could start to eat again and drink. I was completely dehydrated, feeling miserable. I'm not gonna eat fish for a while. It's like literally right now when I see or think about fish, I just need to shrug inside. I'm pretty sure you can relate. And I'm really sorry, right? I was such on a nice streak, regularly releasing your videos, and it just sucks. But, health first, man. Like, I just was sick, man. What can you do? I rarely get sick, as you know, right? But that food poisoning, man. But enough of the whining, just a little catching up. Thank you for being here and still watching, despite the break, right? I'm sorry, as I said, trying my best. Just a lonely goat, talking about lonely goatness. So while I was forcefully laying in bed, I had a lot of time of thinking and planning. So I thought about, where do we actually want to settle down? And I made a decision. We're gonna stay in the swamp for now. Yeah. And I have a grandiose plan how this area is gonna transform. So we're gonna talk more about the lore developing out here further down the line, right? It's all gonna be gradually evolving, as we did last season with the fantastic perimeter. But when I look at this place, I had a vision. If you look around, kind of our area is a bit framed in by this hillside here already. And I thought I want to transform this into a crazy landscape. I want to have a crazy volcano that actually can erupt, and it will change the complete landscape when it breaks out. So it will be really dramatic. That is part of the vision. And then I thought we want to have Borg cube-like dark, crazy structures that surround our farm setups here and our buildings here. And then we do a complete terraforming job, of course, inside the arena here, we could call it for now. Let's call the area the arena. Because, it's framed in by these mountains, and it will be insane mountain building projects going on here. It will be nuts. It will be perimeter-like dimensions for sure here. So, and that was really good to get this break as well, to think about where we headed here exactly. And made up my mind. And then we have crazy Borg structures that will surround our farms we have in the sky there, and then beams going up, making them float. I already can, I have it really a clear vision, and that is beautiful. You'll see. It'll all come together. So to progress in general, there was this big decision to be made. Where are we going to finally settle down? Because what does it mean to have a place to settle down? Well, you have your storage room there, right? And right here, I laid out the foundation of the start of our storage room. This thing is a further development of our last season's storage room, and it's going to be completely nuts. It's going to have a multi-item storage system on one side, and it's going to have a bulk storage system on the other side. And this is one wing of the bulk storage. Probably I can add another wing here. And right here where the storage system is actually going to be the huge volcano above us. So I can build it free floating here for now and then slowly guide it in. But yeah, you can see it will be able to store every individual item we have in Minecraft. It will be super comfortable. Auto store everything, and then we can also, for example, all the wood we produce we will store here in the bulk storage wing and so on. It will be absolutely nuts. It will be cool, but it's a huge project. It's the biggest and most expensive project so far, by a lot. This is the building blocks alone we'll be needing. So it's over a shulker box full of diamond ore blocks just for the rest of the mechanics. I probably need a bit more because it will also have a pretty big and complicated chunk loading grid around here. And then, of course, tons of other stuff I've been hoarding and gathering over the past few weeks whenever I felt not dizzy and completely dead. And then I came on here and grinded away a little bit, and we're getting there. Live streaming I also picked up again. That was cool. We're having a lot of fun, and also did some cool mining streams while we were on it. And before we really get into the episode, and we need to go to the shopping district too today. I think we did some big sand sales, if I'm not mistaken. And we got to check what's going on down there. There's a lot of things evolving. Before we do that, though, the fan artist of today, Daniel Brazel, aka Thematic Pig. All the important links in the video description, and he made a super cool rendition of our magical boats we were sending over the server in the last episode before I had to take my food poisoning break. I'll hate fish for the rest of my life now. Stupid salmon, Isn't it ironic? You know what kind of fish it was I ate? Yeah, of course it was salmon. It's completely ridiculous. They're chasing me, so I hope at least I have some good news if I go to my shop and maybe Big Salmon guys finally moved in and it's not like a construction site anymore. That would be great to see. But anyways, thank you so much, Daniel. All the important links in the video description to this fantastic fan art with the boat. And with that said, I'd say, I guess I just want to get building now. Man, I missed this so much. Oh yeah, we're going to have a soul sand floor in here, of course, because it's a huge storage system. So here is the multi-item storage system, and we will handle it like that. We put stuff in, and when we feel like it's getting too much, that was the bit of the downside of my storage system last season. I only had a multi-item storage system and very few bulk. And then I quickly realized, okay, some of the stuff I have a lot. And then I needed to start manual work. I needed to put stuff in shulker boxes and blah, blah, blah. And this time, as soon as I realized, wait a minute, this individual item here is getting too much, we just assign a slot over here in the bulk storage, and then we pump shulker boxes full of stuff into the system, and we'll be cool. And we'll be producing a lot of stuff. A little preview for next episode, pretty much. That's also something I did. Of course, HiveMind was not resting, and whenever I could, I was hanging out and trying to develop and push things along. So, got a super cool dark oak wood farm. In case you don't know, Iskra was bugging me like nonstop with his dark oak wood. And I got a farm design that will produce 160,000 dark oak logs per hour, and we definitely cannot build this today. It is a big, huge, crazy project and a super difficult build. But we do that next episode, and then we hammer out the most insane amounts of wood ever produced on the Hermitcraft server. And then pretty much we run the thing an hour, and then we're good for the rest of the season. I love it. I'm very excited and motivated. So happy to be back. And let me get into some multi-item storage system building, I guess. Let's go. This is looking so majestic. Oh man, it feels good. It feels so good. I'm really happy to play Minecraft again. And I'm extremely happy that we're actually doing finally the storage system. Every season it's the same thing. I commit and say, yeah, I will build the storage system latest episode 2, and then distraction, distraction. And if you don't believe me that I need a storage system by now, you could say, oh, come on, man. Doesn't look too bad up and around here. I mean, it's somewhat organized. Well, we got this guy here, by the way. This comes from the last witch farming session. I left the door open again, and then they somehow wandered up here. Yeah, I'll keep him. So, yeah, what did I want to say? Yeah, if you don't believe me, I need a storage system by now. Just look at this insanity here. This is all kinds of stuff stacked up together, yeah, that I have in here, because all of this is already overflowing. So this is the harmless bit. I mean, just bulking stuff up here, right? Slime and then redstone and then planks and things. Then it already starts down here to become a bit weird. Just random rocket boxes. Because the rocket system was running full. And then it continues with over here where I have random brewing. Then I have some bone here and bone meal. And it's just, taken from these chests and put here. Yeah. But this is all still pretty tame. Then we're starting to have random chests like this here. This is my copper chest. It's just... but now comes the real bad stuff. Completely random double chests here by now that are just crammed with stuff. Completely unorganized, terrible. Up here, hey, I'm organized. This is all deep slate. I got from the tunnel boring endeavor. I managed to keep that all, but that needs to be bulk stored, for example, because I'm gonna run out soon. Oh yeah, and here, random shulker boxes with all kinds of crap. I don't even know what's in there anymore. Ah, he's tough. Interesting. This should be glass. Oh, hey, cool. So, pretty bad. And then comes the worst. I just did hide it so you guys don't see it. But this is pretty much a full double chest of the most random shulker boxes with, stuff I have from all our building projects. And when we were done, I just somehow mushed it into shulker boxes and threw it in here. Wait, is there... Oh, moss, this is really good. Yeah, I need that. I always need moss. See, yeah, it's... oh, yeah, it continues down here. We're not... So it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It is time. Without a storage system, we are doomed. And here it is. Yeah, it makes me feel really good. Look at all these amazing building blocks in place, man. Worth it, totally worth it. It's premium redstone, It's about a 3-hour build up to now, I would say. And once again, this is a design we stitched together. Glotz is my man when it comes to storage systems. He's deeply into storage tech. And yeah, this system is based on a design by Rapscallion and Mooney. That's the multi-item storage system. And there's actually a video to this bit with some inputs that I still need to add and so on, available. And I'll link that in the video description. And then the bulk system we're about to build now is based on a design by CommandLeo. So this is a kind of a hybrid box loading system. It's an element that a lot of storage systems use. So you see it, Hive-Mind in action again, right? There's a lot of people always involved, people specializing on certain things. For example, right when we are talking about tree farms, the man to call is Hamter, and so on. It's like there's a lot of people in the Hive-Mind that are specialists. And yeah, we are just trying to show the best there is. And yeah, therefore, only the best building blocks as well, right? I mean, so yeah, the Glotz helped a lot, stitching this together. And yeah, in the end, we came up with a pretty decent design, I would say. And yeah, now I'd start with the bulk design by CommandLeo, as mentioned. And yeah, pretty much it's a sorter array with shulker loaders combined. Pretty much, this is what a bulk storage is. And yeah, we need to hook that up. And then in the end, we need to stitch this all together. We need an input here, an output, where we interact with the system. And then as the final stage, we will need a pretty decent chunk loading grid. And we want to put that at Y0. And we're going to put it at Y0 in the nether as well to make sure future... Hey, spider spawned here. We need some light around here. Future, chunk loading issues will be prevented, and any weird chunk connecting or a portal connecting and so on. So yeah, that's the plan. So now I'd say I will go ahead and start working over there, bulk storage time. Looking forward to add that too. Should be less complex than here. It's a pretty straightforward build. Ah yeah. Zooming through my storage rooming. I needed to say rooming because it rhymes. I zoom through my storage room. I could have said that, actually. Ah, well, you know what I mean. I'm zooming. This is cool. Look at that. The bulk array be done. Da, 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 da. Up there, you can see the standard filters right here, right? And here we can just set filters then. Up there, items come by, right? Quite obviously. And then here's the shulker loader setup, right? Stuff flows in here, goes into the shulker boxes. When shulker box be full, that thing be firing, boof breaking, putting it down here. But the system is cool. This system can do two things. Not only can it fill the shulker boxes, but it will prioritize those shulker boxes that are sitting here. All along here. And this is our access to bulk items, not in shulker boxes, right? This is like, if you have everything bulk stored in shulker boxes only, that will be here. But up there, and yeah, we can expand, right? If you need more storage, you can easily add more. But up there, we will have individual items. So this sorting system or prioritizes, or shulker loader combo, right, prioritizes first filling this here, and then you have individual items in here. So let's say we put cobble in here, right? Boom, blah, blah, blah. We just can access it. And if we need shulker boxes full of, we have it down here. And this is how all these individual slices are set up. So that's really cool, really flexible, and easy to access. And yeah, to load the whole thing, right, we don't want to fumble around with chests here. Of course, everything needs to be auto-sorted and fully automatic. And that is kind of what we need to start working on now. Around here, we will have our central interaction panel for the whole storage system. And I think that is what I will tackle next. Having a lot of fun, quickly took a break, quickly reading on Twitter, and I want to get your opinion. So, you know, there's always this talk, right, supposedly, I'm saying, that Mojang devs are lazy. For the people that know the game for a while, no, that's not the case. They know the development process of Minecraft is complicated, as it is a multi-platform thing, right? And then there is also the Bedrock version, and it makes it tedious, because there is this idea of, parity and so on. And in my opinion, Mojang devs are not really lazy. I think they are working hard to get things done. And then there's these people that constantly post about, oh man, the community needs to stop talking about the developers are lazy. They are not. And then they do these, heroic posts defending Mojang, almost kind of virtue signaling, based on this negative narrative that the community supposedly always says Mojang is lazy. So I was looking through my posts, I read all the comments and stuff. And out of thousands, I don't find comments, people ranting about Mojang. And on Twitter, same. In my community, or generally, I'm not under the impression that a big dominating topic of the community constantly is Mojang devs are lazy. I mean, people are maybe unhappy about updates, they wished for something else or something to be implemented different, okay, criticism also, but this lazy talk, I don't see that. So, I don't know. There's people out there that enjoy to create this kind of negative narrative and then, come in and go yeah, but it's not true, Mojang is so nice. While they're the only people that constantly claim the community would say Mojang are lazy. I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. But I was never under the impression that you constantly think about how lazy Mojang is now. At least you don't comment about it. So, yeah, then let me know what you think. I'm pretty happy with the upcoming updates now. There's going to be some cool stuff in there. And generally, I don't know. The content I make is not so dependent on updates. If there's anything happening with updates, it sometimes breaks things we make, together with the hive mind, right? I feel people put too much emphasis on all the new content you can do with these new updates and stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff to do. A lot of the Hive Mind people still play in 1.18 or something, right? But they're not done yet. They didn't upgrade versions yet because there's so much more things to do in the game. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel those people that constantly whine are kind of struggling a bit, maybe with inspiration or so. Sometimes don't know what to do, and then the best thing to do is kind of either rant about Mojang or be the defending hero for Mojang, or be in between and create a narrative and then just make content about it. I don't know. Sometimes, too much whining, a bit more positivity would help. Just saying. All right, yeah. Talking about positivity, I feel very positive that we will manage to get the loading mechanism going now as well, and then have some connections here and tie everything a little bit together. So it will eventually work. There's still a lot of work for us to do here. We need to set up filters and stuff, but yeah, we'll get it. End of rant. I was just hanging out here at the witch farm setup and fixing my tools because lots of digging has been going on. And look at this. What a beauty. We have a fully functioning sorting system and storage system, in theory. So I've all the filters pre-filled, and the input system and Shobox processing system, everything we need is here. We'll look at it, don't worry. We'll get to see it a lot during the season, I suppose, because this is going to be the heart and soul of everything we keep on doing. Storage system is key. And as usual, build it way too late again this season. I don't know why that always happens to me. Like whenever we start a season, I go like, storage system is like week 2. 2-3 months later, finally we're doing it. I guess it's also a question of getting the resources, because if I build a storage system, I want to really build it hardcore using all the good stuff, and that also requires to build up some infrastructure. So I guess it made sense that we build it now. But let's look at things. I have my inventory blocked here from farming up there, but it's good. We can test with the glass here. So basic system as we know it. Here is our general input. We have 2 ways of inputting stuff. We can throw individual items in here, or if we have bulk, we just pump it into this shulker box, and the shulker box gets broken and a new shulker box gets placed. So this is for entering smaller amounts and huge bulk amounts. We got this sorted. Perfect. Then we have some indicator lights here, which are quite important for us and having server restarts. So the only way this thing can ever break is if it is sorting while the server restarts. So we have a switch off here. We can, if we know, we're in the middle of sorting, the server gonna restart, we're just gonna pause the sorting. We have this switch here, and then we can disable the sorting system, and it will pause in its tracks wherever it's sitting at the moment, and it will not break when the server is restarting. And here we have an indicator light when the sorting system is actually active. So right now, it's not active, right? We're not throwing anything in there. Then we have the typical outputs, unsorted items that will come through that don't have a filter assigned yet, unstackable items, of course, that cannot be sorted into the multi-storage system, will all end up here, and we think about what we do with them later. And here we got an overflow system as well. And that overflow system is pretty cool. It has a shulker loader installed already, so if items overflow, it will be packed into shulker boxes, and when it's full, it will be auto broken, or I can just go ahead and press this button here and break the shulker box that sits in here and then grab it in here. So this for the overflow, a nice overflow processing system, and it's going to be really useful because when we realize, hey, overflow is happening, latest then we have a good indicator that we probably should take this item and take it into the bulk storage. And it will be pretty convenient because it might be packed up in shulker boxes already. So that's really cool. So that's the basic functionality. Everything is wired and tied together now. And up in here at the multi-item storage system, it's always the same kind of concept, right? You use preset filter chests like that. And in here you determine, instead of the shears, you put 2 items of whatever you want to sort. So let's say we want to sort out glass, and we want to put that here in the first slot. We always need 2 items to prime the filter. And now, if we actually throw glass in, all the glass should end up here. And yeah, we can test that real quick by throwing in these 2 stacks of glass. Now the system starts processing. Let's turn hitboxes on so we can see items moving about a bit. Now they're getting unloaded, right? Moving up here. And yeah, now they're already getting charged into the system here with a nice item bulker here. Pretty cool. Items come through, get held by the trapdoor here for a bit, then drop in. And then first of all, they brush over the bulk storage here. And if I had filters set here, those items would be sorted in now and end up in the bulk, but it doesn't. It goes into the multi-item storage system. And here we have a temporary item filter to also prevent overloading of the system. It's really smart. Everything balances itself out and so on. It's, don't need to go into details here how each and individual of these components work. But yeah, right now we're priming glass into the system. And the first sorting slice is actually active. You can see that here. This torch is on, as in contrast to the others that are off. So that means this slice is actually getting loaded at the moment. And we can check that easily by coming over here. And aha, cool stuff is ending up in here. Beautiful. And we should end up with 2 stacks. And also you can see our indicator light is running, right? Sorting is active. And you can also see down here, we have a little delay circuit. This stays lit as long as the item system is running, and make sure it keeps on running long enough to finish our sorting here. And this is the control mechanism for our chunk loading grid, which you can partially see down there with Lightmatica already. I laid it out. We can have a look at it in a second. But I want to show you a really great use of Lightmatica for such storage systems too. Let's quickly check though if everything is here. Yep. So works, right? So now we can set up filters, and if there's no filter, the item will just wander through, check all the filters here, and then end up in the unsorted slice if it's not preset here already. And yeah, now we can fix that again, right? Because there will be other items in here. And now you wonder, okay, this is going to be a mess. It's going to be so much work to sort that all in. And not really. Because I have a helpful Lightmatica helper here. You can also see this Lightmatica already includes the extension we might need. So we might build another wing like that here in case our bulk storage is not good enough. But the main reason I need Lightmatica here is because in the Lightmatic we built in the single player world, we already have our item filter set. And by pressing I in Lightmatica, I can see what the supposed items are that need to be in the chest. In reality, right, we have this here, but I press I and it gives me an overlay, so I know which item filters I need to set. And we have that done for all the categories. Here's the different wood categories, like this. And that, of course, is super useful then later. Of course, you can take screenshots, right, and do it like that. But this is way more comfortable. And this is one of the Lightmatics I will leave on the whole season. Because, yeah, the whole season we will be managing the system here and adding new filters and whatnot. Eventually, they will be all set. And then we don't need it anymore. But that's really helpful and saves you so much time. I mean, Lightmatica is just a brilliant tool. Also, yeah, if we jump down here now, youpie-doo, you can see I dug out a big hole here, and this is where we're gonna have our chunk loading grid. We need 3 chunk loaders at the moment to make sure we have the whole storage system loaded. And yeah, why chunk loading? Well, we want to throw stuff into the system and then leave, do something else. We don't want to hang out here all the time having massive amounts of items being sorted in, right? We want to be able to do something else. But we also want to be sure the thing cannot break if you're not there. So yeah, that's why we need a chunk loading grid. Yeah, and we're gonna put it on Y5 as low as possible, just so we can put it in the nether, also on Y5, right above the bedrock. As you know, the ceiling height in the overworld is double to compared to the nether ore. You know, it's nether is not as high, and therefore it's better to have exact coordinates for such important chunk loaders like that. And there might be more connected portals here and whatnot, and using the height level to really make sure everything connects perfectly is the way to go. So stay low if you want to connect properly. That's my tip here for sorting systems. So yeah, that is done now. Now I just need to hook up the chunk loader grid below. In the meantime, I will do one more test. I will try this loader up. So it stays, the shulker box stays, and then boom, as soon as you get out, you know, now the whole shulker box gets replaced. This is for putting mass amounts of items in there. And now, you know, the thing gets processed the same way. You can see the items coming through. This time though, we don't have a filter set here. That means, you know, our items will go through the whole storage system here and then end up in the unsorted bulk. That's another good test to do to see if all the item filters work. And it's good indication here as well. So probably I'll put some indicator lights down in here later too. You can see now the filters are checking. No, you don't fit here. No, you don't fit here. No, here too, you know. And it goes through the whole line all the way and back. And it checks if it can sort in the item somewhere. And yeah, you can see right how the torches are changing here. And that's really cool. We can use this output as well to have some indicator lights here showing where the items are at the moment and what the processing is doing and such. So it's really cool. There's going to be plenty of ways for us to extend this setup and change some things. And yeah, over the time this will also evolve. But so far, so good. I'm really happy. So yeah, let that items run through here. I have to stay now because I have no chunk loading yet. But it's going to be a good test. How far are we already? Ah, okay. We're already making it back here. So that's nice. And hopefully we should see some glass coming out. Ah, well, come on. Let's stay here. Let's check it out together and see if it really works. Then we can all live in peace and know this thing works. So eventually we should have items coming out here. And yeah, they will come via this water stream. They come in here. This is the end of the filtering line. If they cannot be assigned anywhere, they make it to here. And then just get expelled and flushed over, drop down, and back into the system. And yeah, we made it through. And right now it's happening here already. You can see the items couldn't be assigned to any filtering slot. And now they're just expelled and put into the unsorted chest. So that works too. It's really good. Yeah, here it comes. Nice. Okay, let me get this chunk loading grid going. It's a tiny build in comparison to the rest here. Alright, I'm down here now observing the chunk loading grid. And that is running just fine. So we have 3 chunk loaders lined up here, loading everything. And I'm thinking we're good. Yep, those chunk loaders are running. It's a bit of a different variant of a chunk loader I'm using here. You know, we have the dark minecart-based chunk loaders we've been using a lot. This here is based on carved pumpkin. So we have some snow up here, right there. It's diagonally above where we place the pumpkin. And it's kind of quirky when you can place carved pumpkin with a dispenser. But if there's snow about, diagonally from it, so you can see right here is the snow, and we place the pumpkin right here where this piston extends to. Here's the pumpkin right now, right there. So we have a stack of pumpkins in each, and you know, pumpkin just gets placed, and then we have hopper clocks running every 18 items. This thing will switch over and push a pumpkin through to keep the area loaded. Right, and you can see the item counter is running through. Boom, and then we keep on going. Right, really nice and compact, leaves the portal also nicely usable if you want to, and it's really reliable. Also very important for yeah, this area here. This cannot break. And on the other side, we've got the receiver station that pretty much just gets the pumpkin that comes through. Right, pumpkin gets pushed through every 18 items from the other side. And here we see the pumpkin again. Boom, got a pumpkin that fell through the portal. It gets sucked up by the honey block wall up there. You can see it right here. We're using honey there over this hopper to make sure items actually always end up in here. So the pumpkin from the other side gets shot against the honey and then slowly bloop, goes into the hopper. This detects, looks like this up here. It detects, cool, a pumpkin came through. Here we can see. Right, boop, there was the pumpkin, shot through from the other side. This setup detects that, and with a little delay, places the pumpkin first again. Right here, you can see it right now. So let's wait for it. Got pushed back, pumpkin coming through. And every time, you know, from after 18 items, this sends a pumpkin through, this thing triggers and sends the old pumpkin back. And as you can see, these portals are really tightly packed together. Right, this covers the whole area. And we are in a hole here under a lava lake. At Y level, exactly 5. Here's to see the first bedrock, so, you know. And yeah, as I said, we want to be low with chunk loading so we don't mess with anybody else. And I'm hoping here beneath the lava, somewhere hidden under this giant lava lake, these chunk loaders won't be touched. Fingers crossed, because yeah, it's not like nobody's encroaching on me, you know. I don't want to complain too much, but okay, yeah, you can see these are linked right to the outside portals here. So perfect, our chunk loading grid works, and now we can actually leave the area and let the sorting system do its thing, and that's really nice. Let's get out of here real quick. Ooh. Hey, where am I falling down? Hey, up. Okay then. Just wouldn't catch flight again. All right, so here we go. The thing is still going. I'm sorting through massive amounts of deep slate at the moment. Cobbled deep slate. Setting up some bulk filters. Here you can see I threw in like 30 shulker boxes full or something to test the system's capacity and if it works with larger amounts and so on. But so far so good. Here I have my bulk slices set up, right? Those, and then we already have one shulker box sorted in here. So the shulker box loading works too. It's interesting that you have this dual option here, right? You can have individual items. I can take them out and it will be refilled. So no problem for that. Or if you really need a lot, you just take shulker boxes. So that's really convenient. Of course, you know, it doesn't have to be shulker boxes here. It could be a barrel, a chest, if you want to have bigger, bulk, easy access storage, I guess you could call it. And here you can see the layout. So stuff is coming in from on top here, flows through, right? And then a priority sorting kicks in. So the hopper below has priority, so stuff flows down and will be filled into this easy access. And when this hopper then backs up, is full, we go this way into the shulker loader, right? And the shulker loader just loads, and eventually when it's full gets broken and then drops down into the chest array this way. All right, so how do we detect that this shulker box is full? You see this barrel up here. Eventually, when this shulker box is full, items will back up in these hoppers and then back up in here. This comparator will detect that and send a quick signal in here that triggers this piston that sits above and breaks the shulker box, and also places a new one via a tiny bit of delay down here. And the new shulker boxes come from here, from these dispensers, and via these hopper chains we feed shulker boxes in. So the system always is fully loaded with shulker boxes. The moment this triggers, we also lock the item throughput up here, so now no items gets wasted or what, that goes via this torch tower. So when this triggers, this goes on and locks the sorting hopper, or the outflow of the sorting hopper. The actual sorting hopper for the item sits up here. So yeah, so we make sure we have shulker boxes, and yeah, the system feeds shulker boxes automatically. You can see that over here. I'm showing you that is actually a really compact, 2 wide and nicely done shulker box generator creator. It's based on two of these crafters, and it's always the same concept, right? It's a 2-stage process to make a chest. First you take oak log or any log, and then you craft it into planks, and from the planks you can craft the chest, and when you have the chest you can also craft shulker boxes by just adding shulker shells. And this is pretty much what we're doing here. So this crafter makes planks, and every time this thing triggers, you know, we will trigger the plank crafting twice. That gives us 8 in total. Here we make the chests, and on the other side we have one more crafter right here that then makes the shulker boxes, right? And on top we just feed in oak and shulker shells, or any other wood for that matter. Yeah, and it detects then, you know, if a shulker box gets used up by the bulk loading system there, like we're just doing, right? We're pumping a lot in, so we will use 20 shulker boxes that are sitting in the system. And yeah, we actually have a backup check here. This chest that sits down here, right? If this gets empty, the system will detect, oh, we have not enough shulker boxes, let's craft more. And then we will quickly feed the system with more shulker boxes so it can never run out. And shulker boxes we throw in here into the system to unload, like, you know, I threw 20 in right now. They will be just recycled and put into the Shobox Buffer. So, you know, right now it's a one-to-one exchange. We don't even have to craft any new shulker boxes. I threw 20 or 30 in. They will be all converted and stored in here. I could have also directly threw them in. Ah, look, we have 2 now. Obviously, I could have just thrown them in here without running them through the system, but that's also how you practically handle it later. You know, you come with a shulker box of stuff already, which is all bulk the same. Then you just go there and manually drop it in. You don't have to send it through the system. But I wanted to do it to test, you know, if everything is working fine. And so far, I haven't found a single flaw. Everything seems to be working really fine. And now, you know, I'm also starting to set up the first item filters here for multi-item storage, right? Up here you can see I already prepared some of the redstone stuff as filters. I need trap chests here. For example, in here I'm starting out redstone lamps and other things that belong with redstone. And then sooner but later everything will be hooked up here and look nice. At the moment I'm using item frames to indicate what's in there. Maybe I also transfer to the what we've been doing here, right? Just using that block indicators if possible to avoid using too many entities. Need to look up how I did it last season. I think I might have had item frames on the floor and then just the items sitting there maybe and lock these item frames. Let me know if you remember how I had it last season. That was pretty, it worked well. It was also not causing huge item rendering issues or anything. But in general, you know, just want to avoid too many unnecessary entities. And here, of course, we will have a half slab high floor here above the soul sand later, right? It will not look like that. That would be ugly. We'll dress it up and make the whole area here look nicely. But, you know, to test and stock a system is good if you have the skeleton like that. Form follows function, my old motto, right? When this thing functions, we give it some form factor. But yeah, as you can see, right, there's also some bulk storage. Some stuff already been thrown in here into the system. Like I have a ton of pistons I need to bring over here and store in here. Yeah, so much to do and go through all the chests and set up all the filters. But I think part of it will definitely be done on a live stream on the weekend. Tune in. I think this weekend I will stream on a Sunday, aspiring to always stream Saturdays, but we had some stuff, like we're getting a new cupboard and I need to help when it gets delivered. We're running out of space in our kitchen, supposedly. So yeah. Yeah, with that said, I think I'll do some more troubleshooting, testing, looking. I mean, for example, a big part of everything is I need to go through every chest here, check if there's anything backed up already, or if anything sits up here in the priority sorting that's not supposed to be there. And that's okay. That's supposed to be there. Yeah. Oh, is it? No, wait. How is that? See, these are the things you find. Why is there a shulker box right in there? That's not supposed to be in there. Where was it? It's good. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I will find more of these weird little things that happen during building. when I was building that thing, I know exactly how that probably ended up in here. Yeah, that cannot go in there. That's blocking. Okay, so I just need to go through here and check each of these hoppers. Because while I was building and preloading the setup with shulker boxes, it triggered once and all the shulker boxes broke, and I thought I found them all, but supposedly not. Good thing is we have the priority sorting here with the shulker boxes, and shulker box cannot go into shulker box, so if there's anything in there, it's not supposed to be in there. It will definitely first end up in the priority, and if it's a shulker box, it cannot even go in there. So yeah, let me go through all of them here, and then we see what else we got to do. Alright, by now I'm convinced the system is working flawlessly. I've been setting up more filters and all kinds of stuff through the system. Oh yeah, that's a flaw. That was actually dirt here. That will obviously convert, right, if it's if the grass is kind of close by. I might have to move those slices. Yeah, you see? True. Yeah. Why did I... whatever. All the deep slate, though, made it through the system. And yeah, we're good. We're good. So now I was, while the sorting system was running, I was farming a bit of sprutze wood. And I want to go back to spawn and check on the wood shop. I'm pretty sure we made some sales by now. Hermits be shoveling sand, and I love it. Here we go. Yeah, was running for a little bit. Quantum bolts, entanglement also still worked fine. All right, let's grab all of that for now. That's a decent haul for a start. I think people will be okay with working with that. And yeah, I need to show you something, man. And today is a Thursday when I'm recording this. We got Hermitcraft meeting always on the Thursdays. And I have a talking point I put on the agenda called encroaching on dock. What is going on? Look, this is mine. Here is my stuff. This is the quantum boat portal. We need to go there real quick and turn off the moss farm. But, you know, I moved 5,000 blocks away for a reason. Because, you know, I will have quantum boats and chunk loading grids and complicated stuff all over the place. I learned my lesson, I thought, from last season. Okay, let's turn that bad boy off. When, you know, I had some of my stuff really close to spawn. Some of my, I don't know, what did I have? Update suppressor and a gold farm that got broken because people built stuff there. And I thought, okay, I'll move away. I get it. I mean, and now everybody is, I feel everybody, of course not, but a few people are moving out here and building their stuff really close to me. Kind of, you know, yeah, encroaching on my cardinal axes. You know, this way already there's stuff popping up, right? And now Zuma made this gold farm here, right there. Mumbo did something, a giant gold farm project. It's right on my axis here, around my main portal where my stuff will be. And I'm really getting concerned that there will be industrial districts and things right, you know, in the trajectories of my boats I'm going to send around all over the place. And I'm getting forced to go north. I mean, there's... yeah, so I really need to talk to people. I don't know what this is now. This is brand new. It popped up like... it must have popped up the last 1 or 2 days. So I hope not too much work has happened here, but I might have to request the hermit that started building here to not build here, because yeah, looks like somebody has some bigger plans here. I don't know what this is. Is this a map area or what? But you know, it's literally my stuff is over there. Like, it's not far away, and it's perfectly on the cardinal axis around my stuff, and I don't understand why everybody like is moving out here now. Like, what's with south, east, and west? Why everybody coming to the north? You know, kind of. So yeah, I need to talk to the people. Also, you know, not spawn-proofing portals. You know, if I'm over there AFKing a guest spawns, they will shoot my stuff. This is, you know, that's why. You know, you need to spawn-proof your stuff out here. It's just... I don't know. What can I do? You know, should I move to the far lands or what? Like 1,000,000 blocks away? I mean... it's just sometimes you want to look, there's enough space here. Why not go over there? There. You know, the whole nether ceiling is here. But nope. Encroach on dock. That's kind of... I get it. They love me. They want to be close to me. I get it. But Come on, man. Not on my cardinal axis. I don't tolerate that. What should I do? Move out diagonally maybe next time? I don't know. Well, a lot of stuff is going on here in the shopping district. That's for sure. The cool horns Cub has been making, man. He's got like cool quotes and bits of all kinds of hermits, and you can sign up for a horn subscription service even, as far as I'm aware. Like somewhere. But you know, he's got like all these horns. Wait, let's check this out real quick.
He's the sort of person to use non-bio laundry detergent.
Okay, then. What I'm sorry for. Hey, you know, I wish I could find mine in a live stream. I looked. We had no idea if there's a clip of me already. Let me know if you know that what the horn is called. That would be good, but it's really cool. Let's pick another random horn. Who's that? Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm liking that. Yeah.
Oh man, that's really tempting. That's a really great job. I think I need to buy some horns. I think on the stream we will do a little horn shopping session or so. By having your own little pocket etho, ain't that great? You know, whenever you want to hear etho's soothing, amazing voice, click. But on demand on a horn, I love it. I need it. Now as I hear ESO's soothing voice, I cannot resist. There's some weird stuff going on with, you know, ESO admiring as well on the server. People building statues and whatnot. It's all crazy. Everybody knows I'm the biggest ESO admirer. There's even, you know, in his first man cave, there's even a thank you note to me for donating to him in his very early days. Who's the biggest ESO fangirl now? Nobody can beat that. You cannot go back in time. Talking about time, let's have a little inspection around the shop. I know, good old Beaver, NHO. Yeah, he's got some good in him still, despite the salmon trying to poison me in real life now. Actually went ahead and made his shop a bit here. And I love it. It looks really cool and cozy and fits in beautifully. In the back here, and you have a nice vibe. They're selling for 4 diamonds per stack, which I think is a decent price. Hey, and they're making some sales. Nice. Yeah, I'm happy for my business partner, Beef. But the other guy... Excuse me, what is this? Wow, really skis. Man, and he's making sales out of his junkyard, and oh my god. He's making mad sales out of his junk. Dude, I'm gonna put in a note at the next Big Wood meeting. This needs to be addressed, man. All the other shop owners are probably getting pissed having this junkyard here, and you know, everybody else having nice shops. Skis. Okay, I say let's dig a hole here in the middle and just jump in and somehow make it into the jungle of still not organized chest situation down here. And see. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. Okay, we're getting sand. Oh. Okay. Nice. Soon we probably... Oh, there's ESO. Look. I summoned him with his horn. I summoned ESO by playing his horn. Oh, yeah. Run with that. Yes. Guys, it's working. We're selling sand. We have like, I don't know, 4 double chests of sand here. That is... Oh, that makes me exceedingly happy. That makes me very, very happy, actually. Wait, where is my way out of here now again, though? I have no idea. Man, I need to organize this stuff better. I think up there I can get back to the middle again. Dude, I need to put sand in the hourglass. That's also a nice job we need to do. Maybe I can start doing that while we have Hermitcraft meeting as a little side thing to do later. Yeah, okay, let's see if we actually can get out of here. I need to start working on the basement here. What is this? This looks like somebody moved in. Is Joe living here now or what? What? Do we have a squatter in the building? What is happening here, man? It looks like somebody's base, like some starter base in here, man. I'm telling you, that's why you should never take breaks at all when you're on the Hermitcraft server. You have squatters and people moving in your place. Like, what is it? Man, what is going on here? It's so funny. It's like, who lives back there now? What? I think this must be a temporary thing Joe made. It's so typical Joe. Hup. Save him some rockets here. Okay, but dudes, we're making sales. There's plenty of sand for us to put down. Nice, nice. Okay, let's stock the Sprutzewood. That should be good then. Oh yeah, I need to do all the sign action again and stuff. Okay, how was it? Front was, and in the back we had bulk. Okay, let me hook up some spruce in here. That hopefully should also do some decent sales. Alrighty, the woodshop is stocked, everything done, and yeah, I can stand here and feast my eyes upon this beast. It's beautiful. It's Friday today. That's always the last bit I do. The editing of the video is done right now. I just need to add the outro here. And yeah, we just had Hermitcraft meeting on Thursday evening, and yeah, I actually brought up the, hey, why is everybody encroaching on dog? Topic. Aside of all kinds of cool other stuff we talked about this time around. Some cool stuff coming. People had great ideas. Refocusing after the charity event. Good times ahead. One thing will be, there will be a streaming session this weekend with a bunch of hermits on Sunday. Check out the socials, Twitter and stuff. The Zuma is cooking something together, and there will be a bunch of hermits streaming at the same time, hanging out here together on the server, having some fun. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, pretty much, talking point then was, hey, why are you encroaching? Everybody, hey, we didn't know you do crazy stuff out there. It's like, excuse me? You didn't know I was doing crazy stuff? What are you talking about? Hey, don't you know me? Now, in the end, they said, hey, mark out a bit on the nether roof, I guess, to make sure we don't get in the way and whatnot. No problemo. I had to explain them a little bit. Like on my cardinal axis, I might want to shoot boats around. And if there's stuff in between, for example, your industrial district or whatever, might load the boat and then everything breaks. So please don't block my cardinal axis. And the hermits were like, yeah, no worries. All good. I told you, they were missing me. All right. So yeah, guys, as we usually do, towards the end of the episode, always the comment of the week. And this time it's by the pottery community. Probably Grian is part of that. Pottery is his passion. And they say, hey, Doc, genuine questions. Question, did you live in West or East Germany? History geek there. And yeah, I can tell you a fun story about that. I lived in West Germany, right? So as you know, Germany was divided, the Cold War was brewing, and then all of a sudden, nobody did see it coming. Poof, Berlin Wall came down, Germany reunited. Obviously, the schools get involved, and, we're like, hey, we need to quickly start bonding. Hey, let's do a student exchange and visit each other. And then we had a partner school deep in the East, somewhere in Saxony. And to us, that was enemy territory. Not really, but you have to understand, right? During the Cold War, it was literally, over there was the enemy. Like, nobody trusted each other. And for us younger guys, I was maybe 16-ish around that time. Or let me think, 14. Maybe, 13, 14, when the wall came down. So in the midst of teenager, high school, open-minded, we didn't care, east, west. We were just happy to make a cool school trip, meet new people, and we're totally open-minded. Our teachers, though, had decades of, let's call it brainwashing or like education in that sense behind them, learning about the Cold War, and this is the enemy. You have to understand, like, for example, in sports particularly, there was this huge competition between West and East, right? Olympics, with the Eastern German athletes being like superhumans. Like, obviously there was a huge state-organized doping program and so on. Deeply rooted competitive mindset. So when we visited the other school deep in the East, our teachers had talked to us for weeks preparing us for the trip. Hey, guys, when we go there, it's about friendliness and reuniting, and don't, hang out the wealthy Western German snobs or anything. You try to be understanding and blah, 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 open-minded. And for us, it was like, yeah, sure, like, why not? So the teachers drill us with that story all the time. We finally make it to the school, and there was a sports competition going on between the schools. And the biggest event was, of course, the big football match. Them versus us. And before my basketball career, I was a very, very talented soccer player, right? I was, one of the, scouted even for some German selection teams and whatnot. And then I had a growth spurt and switched to basketball. But before, I was a really good football player. I was a striker. And for example, in one season, when I was like 12 or so, I scored like 80 or 90 goals in a single season and stuff like that. So really, goal scoring machine. And so we played against these guys from East Germany, and at halftime, it is 4-0. 4-0 for us. I had scored off all 4 goals, and during halftime, our teacher goes like, hey, we're not here to embarrass them, it's to make friendship. Hey, come on, Stefan, that's my real name, you might be shocked now. Sit out, let the others play, and you chill over there. My buddy, who was also a really good football player, same. He was the midfielder, I was the striker. They tell him, yeah, come on, get out as well. Hang out a little bit, bond, go over there. Okay, we go out, like the game was like, I think 60 minutes or so we played. By halftime, it was 30 minutes. At a minute 45, the standing is 4-3. So we have 15 minutes to go. I'm chilling. All of a sudden, my teacher shouts over the whole freaking football field and goes like, hey, you two, come back. Put on your soccer shoes. We're not losing against these East German blah, 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 with some slur. And I was like, what the heck is going on now? I had to come back in. Switch back in. Obviously, it was not official rules, right? Normally, that's not allowed to switch back in. We had to switch back in and make sure we score another 2-3 goals. I think in the end, it was like 7-3 then or something to score 2 more goals, and my buddy another 1 or 2. And we finished him off. And that was my funny story about it. Imagine like the teachers preaching us for weeks, it's not about competition. We are all together now. But as soon as it came to football, friendship was over. Called me back in, so make sure we don't lose against the East German football team. So, yeah, that's my story about Germany reuniting. I had a great time there, of course. For us young people, it was no problem. We bonded, got along well right away. And yeah, there you can just see sometimes, what you preach is not what you do, or yeah, teachers sometimes, right? Am I right? Okay, so with that said, I see you next week. Make sure to tune in on the weekend for the streaming bonanza, and we're back on track. Friday, I think next week, we tackled the crazy wood farm. If I somehow manage to mine enough diamond ore blocks. Alright, see ya!